Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Final Fantasy, where last time we got halfway through the Lifespring Grotto, the third of the 3 Soul of Chaos dungeons, the endgame dungeons of this game. So, halfway through now, so we're back in the fake Temple of Chaos, and so it's time to figure out our way through, and work our way down towards the next 2 bosses, I think. So I would assume there's one on floor... Oh, there's the way down already. Let's save that until we've had a look around for some treasure. Yeah, I believe there's a boss every 5 floors, so we can probably expect one on floor 15, and then there's definitely one on floor 20 as well, so... And as we saw last time, all of the bosses in this place are Final Fantasy V themed. And if I remember correctly, you have a choice of 2 bosses on the bottom floor of this one. And they are pretty much the hardest things in the game, I think. So if you can beat them, you can beat pretty much anything. So I'm just hoping we don't make a colossal disaster of all that. But I think we're in a pretty good position. We've got pretty much as good equipment as we can get at this point in the game. We're leveling up nicely. We've got lots of consumable items. Plenty of scope for restoring magic points and so on. So yeah, I think we're in a good place, hopefully. Famous last words, I know, but we'll see. Treasure. Protect drink. So, with how long these last few dungeons are taking, I'm pondering how best to handle this series going forward. I mean, I certainly do not have a problem with recording longer episodes as necessary. And in fact, you know, I have done. But I mean, I'm talking even longer. Because these are big games. And Final Fantasy 1 is one of the smallest Final Fantasies. One of the shortest Final Fantasies. And it's still taken us quite a long time to get through it. So, I have a couple of options, really. I can either put out multiple episodes of an hour-ish a week. Certainly no more than an hour. So it's similar to what we've been doing up until now, except maybe twice or maybe even 3 times a week. The issue with that is that makes a little bit more work for me alongside everything else that I'm doing, which I don't necessarily object to, because, to be perfectly frank, editing these videos is, 1, a pleasure, and 2, not terribly difficult. So I don't necessarily have a problem with that. It's just I need to make sure that I set aside the time to do it. At the moment, I'm working on a sort of rough schedule of every 2 weeks or so. I spend most of my weekend recording footage for all the various series that I'm doing, including this one and various others. And then sort of that's then alternated with recording and editing the Moe Gamer podcast, which tends to take up an entire weekend by itself. So as long as I manage my time effectively, that shouldn't necessarily be a problem. The other alternative then is just making individual episodes longer, which might be a better solution in the long term. I know that sort of the YouTube algorithm and whatever doesn't necessarily like long videos, but you know what? Fuck the YouTube algorithm. I'm not here to make money or anything like that. I'm not... I mean, my videos aren't monetized because... Well, I mean, at the time of recording, they can't be, more than anything. But the main reason I'm doing these video projects is because I wanted to play the games in question. For literally years, I've been meaning to do a marathon of the entire Final Fantasy series, and with sort of the work I've been doing in video over the last year and a half or so at this point, it seemed like an ideal opportunity to do that on camera and share the experience with you and talk about my time with Final Fantasy and my experiences with the series and what's important to me about it, and also in some cases of those games that I've either never finished before or never played at all in a couple of cases. It will be an opportunity for you to sort of see my initial reactions as a modern game player, someone who's been involved in gaming since the beginning, and all that sort of thing. That's the sole reason that I'm doing these. I'm not doing it to try and get clicks or anything like that. I don't care about numbers. I mean, numbers are nice, don't get me wrong. It was a really nice realization the other day when I realized that in the last year or so, I think I've acquired about 400 subscribers, which is not a great deal compared to a lot of people on YouTube, I know, but I'm very happy with that. Like, oh god, I remember this being a pain. But like, put it this way. Imagine if you were giving a talk or a presentation on something, and, well, one person showed up to see it. You'd be pretty pleased. You'd be able to engage with that person, have a conversation with them, and so on. Now imagine if 20 people showed up. Imagine if 20 people showed up. You'd be delighted with that. Imagine if 100 people showed up. That would be amazing. And so on. And this is the approach that I take with regard to numbers. They're nice. If you get big ones, it's great. But even the small ones, they count. It's great. And that's one of the things that I wanted to point out on my Thank You Patreons video recently, which hopefully you watched. Quite a few of you did watch that, so thank you for that. Anyway, let's move on with this nonsense here. I'm getting pretty sick of dancing. I've got to improve. You've got to be limber to limbo. Do you mind? I'm practicing the rumba here. When you dance, you just have to let yourself go. 1, 2, 1, 2. All together now. 1, 2, 1, 2. I have to keep practicing if I want to clear the Tantalus Theatre Troupe triads. That's a Final Fantasy IX reference right there. Have you heard of the Tantalus Theatre Troupe? Yes, I have, because I have played Final Fantasy IX. This dance is intense, really intense. This is what dancing is all about, right? I love the way you gradually fuck up the formation as you go through. That's very satisfying. I just started practicing the salsa yesterday. I made it into the Crystal Company. If I work hard enough, I'll be a star. What do you think of my dancing? It's very nice. Dancing is my reason for living. I'm not stopping now. Dancing soothes the soul. Come on, let's dance. Don't you want to dance? It feels so great to work up a sweat. Yeah, you can basically sit and play with this for a little while and make sort of attractive sine wave patterns with them. Oh, my head is really spinning. 1, 2, 1, 2. There must be a bigger place where we can practice. You can't stand there, you'll ruin the line. I've already ruined the line, lady. And lift and turn and flex. I'm hoping to play the Princess of Cornelia and I want to be your canary. They just keep coming thick and fast, the references. Oh, I can't get it right no matter how many times I try. Maybe I just don't have what it takes. I wonder how much longer I can keep dancing like this. Do you know the samba? No. Jazz isn't half bad. It's delicious, cold, disgusting, hot. Or the other way around, I forget. I'm trying to tap dance my way to the top. I just can't seem to master the tango. Oh. Hey, you want to watch me dance? Not so fast, you have to come see me on a stage. Well, I'm going to watch you anyway, lady. Doesn't dancing the hula put you in a tropical mood? Maybe it's just me. The flamenco is such a sultry dance, don't you think? The mambo is all in the hips. All that for an ether. Well done, ladies. Keep it up. Yep. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay, that floor wasn't as much of a pain in the ass as I thought. I think I might have been thinking of this one. I don't believe this. Just look at the backup you're causing. Yep. I sure am. Oh, my head is really spinning. Yeah, I made a right mess of that, didn't I? Mind Plus. Is that a permanent thing? Raise intelligence. I think it might be a permanent thing. Let's give that to Tim then. And Speed Plus we can give to Sam. You got any more of those? Drinks are temporary, yeah. Okay, well that was a nice discovery. Let me in. Oh, these are the same dances as before. Let me in. Thank you. Do you want to dance? See you later, ladies. Have a good one. Oh, now what? I'm trying to tap dance my way to the top. Yeah, this is all the same dances again. Can't remember if these floors always come in a big lump like this, or if they're normally scattered throughout the... Well, normally, I say they're randomly arranged, most of the floors in here. But yeah, this is just a case of negotiating your way around the gyrating ladies. Alright, floor 13. Onward. Round here. Oop. That was a nice little diversion, wasn't it? Right, what is going on here? We got another one of the flashy platform things to do. Or is this just an awkward maze with pillars? Nice block, mages! Oh, Faraga didn't take them down in one. That's disappointing. Let's just look up Death Elemental. And see if they're particularly weak against anything. Where is Death Elemental? There you are. You are not weak against anything. Fair enough. Tim just needs to do a better job with the Faraga then. Or we can just punch you harder. Very nice, Pierre. 4-figure damage without buffs. Literally a tenth of that coming from the mages. But never mind, it's enough. Treasure! Red curtain. A lot of this treasure isn't terribly useful, but it's worth getting nonetheless, just in case. Excuse me. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper for the first time in quite a while. We haven't had soda in the house for a little while, but the other day we decided that we both fancied some cans. And, yeah, the effect has been predictable. So, apologies in advance, I can just say. Right, Where are we going? Down here. Down here? Over here. That's a room. A room with treasure, perhaps? Yes. Blue Fang. That's throw and cast an ice spell thing, I think. Go on, Tim. You know you want to. Lovely job. Ooh, excuse me. And again, because why not? You've got a jangling bag full of ethers on our back. Yeah, as I've said before, it is a bit of a shame that these dungeons don't have a little bit more variety and challenge in the trash enemies. It's sort of with the way they're structured, they can make a reasonable assumption that you're going to be gradually increasing in power over the course of them. And that if you're sensible, you'll tackle them in the order that you unlock them. And so there's a reasonable case to be made for sort of each one getting a little bit more difficult, but outside of the bosses that doesn't really happen, which is a bit of a shame, but you know, like I've said previously, it's not the end of the world, and that's not necessarily why these encounters are here anyway. So as I've said, my main theory for why they're in here is not to necessarily present a combat challenge to you, but to make the actual dungeon crawling side of things more challenging by disorienting you at every opportunity. So by virtue of the fact that you switch off the map screen every time you come into battle, when you win that battle, you then have to remember where you were, where you're going, even why you're doing certain things in some instances. Alright. Carrying on this way. After yet more death boys. Whirly death boys, doing 1 damage. Yeah, very weak to physical. That's more like it, Tim. Good job. Evidently that was just a bit of a fluke with that Faraga that didn't kill them last time. And onward! Alright, making good progress today. What's going on here? Another maze? This is basically the waterfall cave we're in now, I think. Or a recreation thereof, anyway. Or maybe the marsh cave. Yeah, because there's this sort of fart gas flowing around in the foreground. I'd say that's probably the marsh cave this is supposed to be. Yeah, you run away, you bony idiot. I like that they're wearing shoes. That makes me happy. And that they're sort of quaint little Peter Pan shoes. Oh, nice work, Tim. Very nice, Tom. Very tonic. What does that do? Oops. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. I'm playing a bunch of stuff on Switch at the minute, and the buttons are the other way around on that. Very tonic. Temporarily raises max MP. I don't need that for the minute. This is one of those dungeon layouts that probably wouldn't work that well in 3D. Because the sort of confusion factor of this floor is to do with the relatively limited viewing range you've got when looking down on it from above. Right, there's a door. I need to get around all these rocks, though. I like to picture these fights as sort of the equivalent of playing like a Warriors game or something and just hacking and slashing your way through grunts. That's basically what it is, just in turn-based format. No need to use any fancy special moves or anything on them, just hack and slash your way through them. And enjoy the feeling of power. That was pretty poor, Tom. Come on, you got a big hammer. Use it properly. So many skeletons. How do we get down there then? Can't get through there. So you see, this is where the combat encounters are coming into their own to throw you off the scent. Right, and we're going it through there. Down around there, maybe? Ooh, new enemies. Well, not new. We've seen these before, but different enemies to what we've seen on this floor today. Down here? No, that's where we were. Okay, so we can't get through there. I guess we've got to come around from the left. Lovely crit. A kill in one from Tim. He's doing very nicely with that, whatever it was we gave him, stuff. And that Excalibur is just decimating things. Along with Sam's Fists of Fury, of course. Right, so we... Oh, so many fights! You'd think the enemies would take the hint by this point. Gosh, those 4 people have murdered everything in this room apart from me. Maybe I'll go and attack them. Down here? Down here. And, no. Up here. And around here. And down here. I prefer this kind of maze to the one that we got stuck on last time. If you remember the one in the sort of watery environment. There's the door. I don't know, this one just feels a bit more like a sort of logic puzzle. I guess the other one is as well in a certain way. I just sort of find it harder to process that kind of maze in my brain without sort of actually making a map of it. Which probably would have made last week go a whole lot quicker if I'd bothered to do that, but, you know, I don't have any paper or pens anywhere near me at the minute, so we'll have to do without it for now. So, in here, there's some treasure. And a fight. And then we can sneak out there after this fight. Oh no, ambushed by pathetic goblins. What will we do? You know what to do, Tim. Very nice. Good job, everybody. What level is everyone now? Just out of interest, 50. 10,000 experience to the next level. Well, Sam's going to level up relatively soon. So is Tom and Tim. And Pierre going last. It's doable, but with the fairly pitiful amount of experience we're getting from each fight at the minute. There's the way out. Again, we need to find our way round to there, which looks like going all the way around to the right and down. Yeah, so like I've said previously, the cap on the NES original was 50, if I remember correctly. But in this one you can go higher. Because there's more content. Simply because of that. And that additional content is more difficult than the hardest stuff that was in the NES version. The NES version didn't really have anything in the way of sort of optional side content or super bosses or anything like that. That was a sort of much later addition to the series as a whole. Who wants more hit points? It's Tim. See, in theory, if you wanted to, you could run out these dungeons and repeatedly get those stat-increasing items. And in theory, max everyone out. If you wanted to, it would take a very long time to do that. Although I guess there's nothing stopping you from sort of getting the item and then deliberately getting killed or something like that. Although that said, it's actually quite hard to do that, as you can see. With everything doing 1 damage to us, it's actually dying is quite a challenge. Floor 15. Right. Do we have a boss? No, we just have some stairs down. Okay. Oh, let's have a look around just in case. I guess the Gilgamesh on floor 5 was a special case in this instance. Death Elementals are actually worth a reasonable amount of experience compared to some of the other stuff we've been fighting anyway. There's a chest. Hello, said the blue troll. Oh no, said Pierre. Not you again. Yes, it's me, said the blue troll. I thought we'd had this discussion, said Pierre. Fine, I'll leave, said the blue troll. I really thought that was going to take more convincing, said Pierre. Oh well. I wouldn't worry about it, said Tim. It's fine. Ooh, slightly tougher enemies. Doing 9 damage. This overconfidence will be my downfall one day, I know it, but... Ooh, look at all that experience. 1,375. Asura? What is that? Is that a weapon or an armor? It's a weapon. A sword whose name embodies battle. I bet only Pierre can use that. And it's not very good. Can anyone else use that? No. No. And no. So, another useless weapon. Another weapon that is in there if we did not have the standard lineup of party members like we have here. Hello, said the blue troll. Oh, for fuck's sake, said Pierre. Will you just piss off? I really don't think you need to be quite so mean about it, said the blue troll. If you don't like me, just tell me and I will go away. I don't like you, go away, said Pierre. Fine, said the blue troll. I won't bother you again. Right, onward. To the next floor, if you please. Now, halfway through this half of the dungeon, just over half an hour, making good time. This depends what else this place is going to throw in our path before the final challenge. And indeed, if we'll be able to overcome that final challenge. Which, I'm not going to lie, is a slight concern. But like I said, it's really not a ton more we could do to prepare than what we've already done. Because we've got pretty much the best equipment it's possible to have at this point. We are high level by Final Fantasy I standards. We're doing goodly amounts of damage. We've got good spells. We've got all the spells. Well, all the available spells anyway. Hello. Goodbye. Just don't give him a chance to speak, said Pierre. So yeah, the bosses of this dungeon are maybe a slight concern, but I remember the first time I played this version feeling similarly anxious about reaching them, and then not really having too much of a problem with them. So hopefully it will be the same today. Because given this is a game in which it's not especially easy to grind, due to the fact that there's sort of a cap on the enemy power that it's easy enough to reach. I think there's probably enemies worth more experience out in the actual overworld, but while we're here anyway, give me some Thundaga. Lovely. See, the thing with Black Mage in this is you kind of think of Black Mage as being a heavy damage dealer, but actually in terms of numbers they don't do that much damage. But their real strength in this game is in AoE, being able to hit multiple targets. And thinking about it, that's probably a pattern throughout a lot of the series. With the MMOs being a bit of an exception to that rule. Because in both Final Fantasy 11 and 14, Black Mages, I mean, they're good at AoE, definitely. But they're also very powerful single target damage. But yeah, it's really not worth casting a spell on a single target in this game. Particularly not when you're equipped like Tim is, where your melee damage is pretty much what you'd get from a single spell, probably. Level up for Tim. Very nice. Alright, floor 17. Back to the fake Chaos Temple. And back to Faraga. Treasure. Random scenery. Big ass spiders. Nowhere to go in here, so do it, Tim. There we go. Oh, can't go that way. In that case, let's go this way. Another door. Take the hint. cracking. Less cracking. And no, not that way. And not that way. Okay. That's fine. It's all good. It's all good. So, my local friends and I have been playing a board game called Gloomhaven for a little while. And in theory, that game should be right up my alley because it's a fantasy-themed game with different character classes. It's got legacy elements where you unlock stuff over time, depending on how you play the game. It's got a variety of different abilities and spells and all that sort of thing. But I don't know, I just don't really like it. And I'm just trying to pin down why that is. When I like stuff like this, where obviously there's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of repetitive stuff going on. And obviously it's very similar thematically in terms of sort of setting and characters and abilities and that sort of thing. I think it's just down to immediacy. The trouble with Gloomhaven is that it's a relatively complex game. Not necessarily in terms of mechanics, as the actual basic mechanics are fairly straightforward. But in terms of like tactics and strategy and that sort of thing, it takes a long time to play. It takes a very long time for a single round of combat to unfold. And then it takes a very, very long time for a complete combat to conclude. Because more often than not... That's not right, is it? Because more often than not, a single combat involves quite a large number of monsters who have lots of hit points, and they have lots of abilities such as being able to absorb certain amounts of damage and that sort of thing. And that can really make it feel like at times that you're just sort of chipping away at things very slowly. And in Gloomhaven you've sort of got an inherent kind of time limit to it all as well. As it all works using cards. And as you play the game you're gradually using up these cards. So that certain cards can't be used again. And so there's this kind of pressure to play optimally. There's this kind of pressure that you need to make the best possible decisions for the group as a whole, and if you don't, you're letting the side down. I don't know, it's one of those games that I can sort of respect mechanically and in terms of its design and so on, but I'm first reaching a point where it comes to like dungeon crawls and that sort of thing. I would much rather play them on a computer. Simply because that just streamlines the entire process of everything. There's no fiddling around with cards and chits and writing stuff down and calculating things mathematically yourself and all that sort of thing. None of those things are inherently bad things. But they do all conspire to make something take a very long time. Like, yesterday at the time of recording, my friends decided to have a go at Gloomhaven using a companion app rather than the decks of cards that you get with the game. And they say it did speed the game up quite a bit, but it still took them 3.5 hours to do one side quest. Which, I mean, is not unheard of when we're talking about video games. I mean, think about what we're doing here. These are basically side quests. And this one is going to take at least 2 hours. The next one is going to take even longer. But I don't know, I just find spending that long playing a board game quite exhausting. Particularly when it's a co-op game. And in co-op games it's very easy to find yourself in a position where you sort of defer to other people. And that's not necessarily the alpha player problem that some people talk about. Where one person takes control and then everyone else starts to resent them. But in the case of someone like me, who I know that I'm not very good at tactics and strategy, and I'm also not terribly assertive, playing a game like that, it can feel, I don't know, it can feel a little hollow for me. It can feel like I'm just sort of going through a routine, if you like. And so, like, anytime I do play a move that I think might be cool or helpful, and then someone says, "Are you sure you want to do that?" It then makes me completely second guess myself. Whereas when I'm playing this, obviously I know it's a completely different situation, a completely different set of mechanics and so on. But when I'm playing this, or any dungeon crawler, or even a strategy RPG, like Final Fantasy Tactics or Shining Force or something like that, I'm in complete control of the situation. I don't have to convince other people of what I'm going to do. I don't have to defer to their judgment. And if I do make a mistake, it doesn't matter. I can just try again. And I think that's sort of the core of why I found myself struggling a bit with a game like Gloomhaven, even despite sort of on numerous previous occasions really enjoying tabletop dungeon crawlers. But anyway, that was a bit of a digression while we were wandering through that maze. We are now in a flooded village. And I thought we could go in some of those houses, but apparently not. Nope. So I don't think there's any enemies here. At least partially because the game engine isn't set up to give you enemy encounters while you're in the... No, wait, it is, isn't it? Because you... when you're paddling up those rivers, you encounter things like the Ochus and stuff, don't you? Yeah, ignore me. You have to keep an eye on the perspective in this one, because you can sort of go in front of the stuff that's underwater. And that's a slight difference. Oh, there we go, done. And that's a slight difference in the perspective of sort of the walking round sections like this. So one more floor to go. Level up for Pierre. Oh, we need to charge Tim up as well. Let's give everyone a bit of a boost before we continue, and then we'll give them another recharge before the boss. Speed plus, that's a permanent one, isn't it? There's his agility. Yeah, so that can go to Sam again. What was that other thing we got? A Sage's something or other. Sage's Surplus. A robe that enhances intelligence. So in theory, that should be good for Tim. Puts his evasion down slightly, but his defense up. Yeah, that works for me. Oh, is this going to be another horrendous maze right at the end of the whole thing? I do hope not. Well, he took a beating, didn't he? Just going to check that corner, because I just know if I don't check it, the exit will end up being up there or something stupid. Not a huge fan of these sharks. Although I was saying I wanted some harder enemies, wasn't I? Stop being a hypocrite, Davison. I think we've come around in the big circle, haven't we? Yeah. Okay. I am satisfied. Oh, come on. Right. So, down here. Can't go around there. Okay, so 2 hits from the melees will kill one of them. This seems to be an unfortunate combination of circumstances when they seem to take 3 or 4 hits to kill. Alright. Where are we headed? Is the eternal question. Ooh, Zephyr Cape. Higher evasion, lower defense. Don't think it's worth it. He can't use it. No, let's stick with the defense. Well, it's nice to have the option, though. I feel like we come back to where we started. That is... Okay, I'll take it. Floor 20! So, this is where it ends. Except not in that direction, apparently. Maybe over here. You know, before we go in there, let's just make sure of a few things. Oh, I'm scared. You know, I'm going to be a big old wuss and save. Because, well, you know, if I do fuck it up, I will do this again off camera. But hopefully we won't fuck it up. Now, there are two bosses, I think, aren't there? Where's the other one? There. Okay. Left or right, I guess. I'm gonna go right. Because that's the one I saw first. I know, good adventurers go left, but I never said I was a good adventurer, did I? Right, come on, and I think we're in as good a position as we're going to be, so let's do it. I am that which follows Omega. Ah, it's Shinryu. Fuck. Fight. Get some fucking protect up, quick. Ooh. And maybe some null shock. Yeah, get some null shock up and a bit more haste on Pierre. Oh no, he does lots of different things. Fucking hell. Yeesh. Pierre, you cast that. Because we really need to cast this right now. Oof! Right, I think Tom is going to be relegated to heel slut duty at this point. Alright, Pierre, you can Phoenix down Tim, if you please. You can attack. You can keep on heel slutting. Right, so he seems to go before everyone else, so we need to bear that in mind. Right, you can null shock again. You can temper Pierre. Oh no! That's going to hurt. Jesus Christ. Hilaga. We'll get Tim up next turn. Ouch. Jesus. No, wait. Okay, so Pierre's still got haste and whatnot on him, so he can do that. And Sam can deal with... Oh, we're going to need that, aren't we? Phoenix down on Tim. Save that Mega Elixir for next turn, assuming everyone survives. Don't kill Sam, don't kill Sam, don't kill Sam. Please don't kill Sam. You killed Sam and Pierre. This is very bad. I think this is the end. I am not confident because I feel we're in that stage where you just, yeah. After a certain point, you're just putting off the inevitable. Yeah, I don't have a bring you back to life and give you lots of hit points spell, do I? Let's try bringing Sam back. You know what? Tom has got reasonable magic resistance at least, so... Right, so if you take one of these and you continue... Oh no! Oh, fuck. Oh, get up. Please get up. Right, and you take one of them again. And you will... you cast Kiraja on yourself. No! You know what? Let's... Let's try the other boss. Although I suspect something similar is probably going to happen there. Jesus Christ, I forgot how difficult that was. 1,000 years it has been since a challenger stood before me. Show me the power you possess. Defeat me if you can. Alright, come on, Omega, you must be easier, surely. Surely. No, protect first. Ow, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna... And blink on Pierre. And you can give him another protect. And haste Pierre. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, this is pretty bad. But it's not the end of the world. Maybe it is. That's not going to help, is it? You drink one of them. You get up. You haste. Oh no. Missed! Haha, you suck! Oh, that's just Quakes and it's a death spell, isn't it? It's not a damage spell. Perfect! Right. Okay, I'm gonna blink Pierre a few times. You can... You're probably gonna want to... Kiraja Pierre. And you haste Pierre. Or not. Now you blink again. You keep attacking. You get him up. Uh-oh. It's alright. It's fine. Right. It's all fine. Magic. One more blink. You... Use this. You... Can... Is Pierre hasted? Don't know if he is. Let's temper Sam anyway. Oh, fucking hell. Well, that's a waste of a Megalic syrup. But never mind. Oh, that's more like it. Right, if we can get some invisibles up on people, I think that might be the way to handle this. I do need to keep curing people though. Right, Sam's not going to do much damage this turn, so you can chug a potion, which means that you can bung an invisible on him. Except I don't have invisible. Do I really not have invisible at all? That's not good. Okay, well, protect in that case. And then you can... No, haste Sam. Oh, he can die, that's good too. Oh dear me. Alright, I think maybe keep tempering Pierre. No! It's not fair. You chug one of them. You get Sam up. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Thank you. What items have we got? Let's cast that just in case. Let's throw out a Hilaga. You can keep tempering Pierre. No, they're gonna die again. Shit! Alright, come on, get everyone fighting fit first. Right. Pierre, you keep attacking. You do that on him. Chipping away very slowly but surely. Right. You keep attacking. You get Tim up. Right, you attack. You fully cure Tim. You keep tempering the... Oh my god! Right, these two at least seem to have a certain amount of survivability now. But just that just keeps devastating them. It's just impossible to get him up. Oh, I don't want to waste a whole turn. What order they go in? Let's check what order they go in this time around. Right, Pierre goes first. Then Tom. So in theory, I get someone up with Pierre and then chuck an X potion with Tom. Right, let's take a couple of turns to get in a good position. So, invisible. Tim. You. Hilaga. You keep tempering the fuck out of Pierre. And I think we might just have to say fuck Sam for now. Right, invisible him again. You Hilaga again. You... Have we got any good buffs? Not really. Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him. Thank you. Right. And again. Ether. Not Ether. Phoenix down. X potion. Temper. Don't kill him. Nice. Right, we're onto something. Right, you invisible him. You, I don't know. Don't die. Oh, yeah. Do that on yourself. You, Hilaga, just in case. You temper him. Please don't die. 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 Oh no, you died. Why you do this? Right, attack. Pretty sure you'll go first. Hilaga. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Please don't die. Thank you. Not the order I wanted, but never mind. It's fine. We'll work with that. Hit him. No. Yes. And do this. And you do this. And you getting very low on ether, on magic points rather. Don't die! You're going to die, Tim. Right, let's remember this for a little while. Oh no! It's not fair! Right, Pierre, you keep buffing yourself. Or should I get them up? I should get someone up, shouldn't I? Meh. I think we're gonna have to live with one attacker and everyone else buffing or healing at this point. So Pierre, keep attacking. You, Hilaga. Oh no, you have no magic points. Pierre, you, Dry Ether. You do what you can. You. You drink one of them. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Thank you. Better than nothing. Right. Oh, do we want to get Sam up? Is it worth it? I'm just going to try and get some damage done. You chuck out a Hilaga. You see if you can keep tempering Pierre. Ouch, 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 ouch. Not sure if those hits are getting any stronger, but we'll see. Why don't you chuck him one of these? Oh, no, that is going up. Pierre is now roided to the max. You can also... You chug one of these as well. Don't die, don't die, please don't die. Right, let's try getting Sam up. Because we've got another person there just to throw potions and stuff. That will make a huge difference. Alright, Sam, you... You protect yourself if you can. You Hilaga. You toss in an ether. Alright. You continue by chug one of these as well. You throw out one of these. You give him a haste. He's gonna die. Sam's gonna die. Yep, there we go. Knew that would happen. Oh, it's just not practical to keep him up. I'm going to try again, though. It would be lovely to keep everyone up for the end of this fight. No, Hilaga. And haste. No, he's going down again. I'm going to have to do the old strategy. So, Phoenix down with Pierre and Kiraja with Tom. That's going to have to be it. Don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. Not now. Right. That was good. More of that. You attack. No, wait. You buff yourself. Have some strength tonic. You Hilaga, just in case. You temper him. Missed. You suck. Right, Pierre, you give him some invisible. You attack. You Hilaga, just in case. You chuck out an ether. Oh, so frustrating. Sorry, Sam, but we just can't afford to hang around anymore, I don't think. Can you temper him anymore? Missed. I don't think that will work on a boss. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do? Maybe chuck that on Tom. Anything else we can give everyone? I'll check out a lunar curtain just to make sure that that quake doesn't get us, I guess. What else can you do? I don't think... He's not doing elemental damage is the problem. Have some more agility. Don't die, please don't die. Thank you. Oh, 18 hits. I was going to go heal Aura for now, because we're getting a bit low on magic points. I'm going to give him some more speed, though. Because, like, 2 additional hits is not to be sniffed at. What else can we do to make this better? I still want to get Sam up, but it just can't. We can't do it. "20 hits. Well, let's keep buffing Pierre in that case then. So some more speed drink. I think it might be time for an elixir for Tom. Right, Pierre actually seems to be in a position where he's not actually... He might be able to actually dodge a lot of stuff, so... Let's see what we can do with that knowledge. So he's still taking damage from wave cannon. Sam's gonna die. There he goes. Alright, in that case, Tim, you just act as a mana battery for Tom. Oh! 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 Oh my god. I mean, you don't get experience points for that anyway, so it doesn't matter that Sam was dead. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. And no one can use the weapon we just found. So that's good. Well, we beat one of the 2 hardest bosses in the whole game. Yes. Yes, I would like to leave. Oh, take me somewhere where I can lie down and die quietly in my sleep, please. Well, all I can say is I'm glad I saved before that first attempt. And no, I'm not counting that as cheating, because the option's there for exactly situations like this, so you don't have to run 20 floors of dungeon again just because you made the incorrect choice on a boss floor. Jesus Christ. Let's just have a look at Omega's stats in the menu here. There he is. 35,000 hit points. 115 attack, 200 accuracy, 190 defense. He was weak against lightning though. We could have done that a bit more, but well, whatever. And yes, he's resistant to absolutely everything else. Oh, good lord. I think that's quite enough of that for today. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. Be sure to check out moegamer.net for new articles on Japanese and Japanese-inspired video games, new and old, every weekday. Every month, Moegamer features an in-depth exploration of an individual game or series as its cover game, so be sure to check the archives to see if your favourite has had a deep dive yet. If you'd like to support the site directly, please consider becoming a patron or buy me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.